Hello, it's Wendy. How are you? Good, good, good. Just getting the little niceties out of the way. So I want to teach you how you can use hypnosis to lose weight. It is such a huge struggle and it's such a complex issue. Our conscious mind and our subconscious mind have so many issues around weight loss and food, cravings, overeating, needing to exercise. And I know it's really hard. People come to me and I just help them in so many ways, but it's not a single process. So if you've tried hypnosis to lose weight, and maybe you just got a single session CD or something like that, or a download, and it's like, oh, it didn't work. I felt okay for a day or so, and then I just went back to the old habits. Or you feel like every time you try to start a diet, you sabotage yourself. So why would you sabotage your progress when you know what you want? You know that you've got to lose this weight. We have issues. Duh. All of us have issues. But our issues are so complex. And it can be that maybe you were deprived of food when you were young and you grew up really wanting to eat all the sugary foods, or you just love junk food, and maybe you were punished because you ate the wrong foods, or you'd have to sit at the table and finish your vegetables. You have this memory in your brain that's like, I hate that someone's trying to make me eat my vegetables. And now you're an adult. It's not that you don't like eating vegetables. You have these emotional things that are going on that sabotage your success. Because we all got stuff, got conflicts. I got them too. Mine are different than yours, but I got them. So what do you do? Because I have done so much great work with weight loss clients, I made a program called the Zen of Thin, and I've had it out for many, many years. It is my second best-selling program of over 400 programs that I have. The first best one is the Addiction Freedom Program, which is for drug or alcohol addiction. Oh, that one, hands down, is the best-selling program because people are like bonkers about how easy it makes it to quit drugs or alcohol. Okay, so for weight loss, there are several things you have to tackle if you're going to use hypnosis for weight loss. First one is quit telling yourself that you crave sugar. Quit telling yourself that you're always hungry. Stop telling yourself that I just can't resist. Don't tell yourself that, well, I just love to bake cookies and cakes, or I crave chocolate. Every time you do this, you are reinforcing in your brain that you are hungry all the time, or that you crave sweets, or that you just can't stop eating. And some of you are addicted to junk food, and you maybe go through the drive-thrus of several different junk food restaurants, and you just consume them all because you tell yourself, I can't help it. I'm just so hungry. I just have to have more food. Okay, so now how are we going to change the self-talk? That's our first job, is to eat slowly, especially if you do have a big weight problem. You've got to slow down your eating. And then when you eat, and again, I'm going to get to nutritional foods and how you're going to do that. When you're eating, you take a bite, you put your fork down for real. Don't just, don't say, oh, I know I'm supposed to put my fork down. You are going to do it. You're going to put your fork, your spoon down, and you're going to taste the food, because we need the brain to know that it's satisfied from this food, that it's getting the feeling that it wants, that the dopamine is being released. You chew it, and you don't swallow it until you've chewed it a lot. There's no more food that's just going to go down your gullet instantly, right? And you're not going to have a fork full of food right here ready to stuff it in while there's still food in your mouth. You cannot take another bite until you finish that one. And then you swallow it. And you are aware of it. It's kind of like mindfulness for your eating situation. Now, you take another bite and you taste it and you notice it. You put your fork down and you sit there and go, What's going to happen is that you are going to be triggered to be full a lot faster. After just maybe you eat, takes 15 minutes or so, and you're going to go, oh, wow, I'm feeling really full. Where previously, in that amount of time, you would have consumed a lot of food. Our stomachs really do shrink. So when you eat smaller amounts of food, your stomach is going to get smaller and you're going to feel full faster, which is, yes, very good. It's a good thing. In the Zen of Thin program, there is a session called the Appetite Zapper. This thing alone is a miracle for some people. When you say that you just crave sweets, here's an interesting thing that happened to a woman that she did the process in my office with me in a private session. And hers was about sugar and specifically chocolates. Like she loved C's candies, the box, you know. So this one's funny. She goes home and she called me. She says, "Wendi, what's wrong with me? Oh my God." I said, "What? What happened?" She said, "Well, I got home and I got my box of C's candy out of my secret hiding place." And already I'm going like, oh, duh. She says, "I took them down and I opened it up to eat them and I just can't eat them. I'm looking at them and I can't eat them. What's wrong with me?" Nothing's wrong with you. That's good. It means that what we did together today worked. And it was just the Appetite Zapper program that changes how your mind reacts to certain foods. And it makes you automatically crave healthy, nutritious foods. People tell me that they don't eat vegetables and they do the Appetite Zapper thing. And they say, call me up and say, "Wendi, what's wrong with me? I'm eating vegetables. This broccoli tastes really good." And they're eating vegetables and they're not eating the starches and the carbs and they're not eating sugars. And I didn't tell their subconscious that you're going to hate eating sugar or that you're not going to like eating, you know, potato chips or something. The process takes you through imagining eating a certain food. And while I'm talking to your subconscious, I say, notice how this food feels 2 hours after you ate it. And then I say, notice the feeling in your body. How does your brain feel? How does your heart feel? Notice your breathing. And if it's an unhealthy food, they feel a physical sensation that is not good. And we say, okay, let the brain make a note of that feeling. And then we clear it away. We might say, now eat a plate of beautiful fresh vegetables. And go ahead and eat those and taste them and notice them going into your body and how it feels, and eat it until you're full. And now go to a moment 2 hours after you ate those vegetables. Make a note of how your body feels now. How does your brain feel? How is your breathing, your heart? Now what happens is we compare many different foods, the bad ones and the good ones. So they're noticing how that food affected their body. But isn't it amazing that your body knows what that food's going to do to you? And it knows how it's going to affect you. So in the hypnosis chair, I'm simply asking you to feel it. And then we ask the subconscious mind to take charge of this. And when there's a food that you're thinking about eating, to find out if that food is good for you or not, to have that feeling when it's 2 hours after eating that food. And people tell me that they just can't believe they're eating vegetables and salads, but loving it, really loving these foods and enjoying what they're eating. And of course they feel better. Their health is improving because you're not loading yourself up with, you know, the chemicals and the processed foods, and you're getting the nutrients you need. So this is just one tiny part of the Zen of Thin. But what I want you to look at is your issues aren't just with your food choices. It's with self-sabotage. And why do we sabotage ourselves? There's some positive reason for you to overeat. Maybe it's because your entire family used to overeat. There was lots of sugar and hot dogs and Pop-Tarts and Captain Crunch and all the yummy foods. Oh, and in your upbringing, maybe now you miss your family. Maybe your parents have passed away, or you don't have, you know, the brothers and sisters, but that food was like the thing that connected you to all the love and the happiness and the family moments. So maybe a part of your mind is really searching to have that happiness and that family, but it knows it's connected to food. Great example is one of my clients that worked with me for a couple months. We did the self-sabotage session and asked why. Oh, she baked a cake every week. She lived by herself and she baked a whole cake and frosted it every week. And she was the only one there to eat it. So I asked her mind to go back to the positive reason for baking this cake. And I said, what are you experiencing? And she said, I'm about 12 years old. I said, what are you feeling? She says, it's great. My whole family is standing around because I just baked another cake for them. And everybody's so happy and they love me so much. I bake these cakes for my family and I'm only 12 years old, but I bake beautiful cakes. And everybody is just so happy and so grateful. So she described this whole thing and I went, wow, 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 wow. As her heart is aching to have the love of her family, the approval, adoration, she bakes these cakes, not knowing consciously what she's searching for. So what we did is asked her mind to find another way to feel that connection with her family and asked her subconscious mind if it could let go of the need to bake the cakes and find another way to honor her time with her family. And she did. Her mind found another positive way that didn't include food or cakes, and she was able to quit baking the cakes. So that's like an example of how connected we are to the things that food represents for us. And it's just another little piece. But if you want to use hypnosis to find that positive intention, try it on your own. There's no downside. Just ask, close your eyes and you relax and take some breaths and ask the part of you that needs to eat so much food or that has to have sugar or that has to have junk food. Find that part of you and just ask it, what do you really want? And listen. And then ask it even deeper, what do you want? And just listen and say thank you. And ask again, even deeper, what do you want? And say thank you. And then ask that part, what would you need to let go of this, if it's like overeating or sugar addiction or whatever it is? What would you need to let go of this? And let the part tell you. You will probably be amazed. If you get the Zen of Thin, you're going to be able to use the Zen of Thin to go through all these processes to alleviate all of the struggle that you're having, to eat less, feel full faster, and to love to exercise. Believe it or not, I make you love to exercise. You are going to be like, whoa, trotting out of bed in the morning, running around the block. You seriously will love to exercise. It's a really good feeling, and I can do that to you. All right, so that's enough of that. Remember to change your self-talk so you change your expectations. Use the words that help make it easier and say every day it's easier to let go of those foods that are bad for me. I am going to start loving to have salads and feel satisfied. I love eating slowly, and it's easy for me to make these changes. That's the self-hypnosis that you can use on your own for free. Now, if you want to get the Zen of Thin, 20% off if you use the coupon, easy for me to say, use the coupon code ZEN, okay? And just use that code ZEN, and it's going to take 20% off of the Zen of Thin, so you can get a little better deal on it. You can have instant access. It's in a course format, so you can download the sessions. You can get started right away. There is a link down there in the text. If this video has text below it, the link and the coupon code ZEN. And if there's no text down there, go to Wendi.com, Wendi.com, and you can search for Zen of Thin or just the word Zen and you'll find it. And just remember that code ZEN so you can have a little discount. All right. Thank you for spending this much time with me. I'm so glad I can help you out. And if you have any questions, stick them in the comments or send me an email on the Wendi.com page. And I am really happy to help. Yay. All right. High five.